One will take note that all people mentioned in these government plans, blacks, Indians, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, and poor whites, do not include a de jure national name or title. Oh yeah, and these government plans that we're talking about is King Alfred plan. If you haven't seen it, go to rvbaypublications.com. You can get it there. RVBay, letter RVBEY, publications.com. Right? King Alfred plan. All right. One will take note that all the people mentioned in these government plans, and keep in mind that when they say these government plans, right, this trickles into other things that you might see the quote-unquote government put out that classifies these people Negro, black, colored, whatever they call themselves, right? So this is not just this book only. This is something that's established. It's been established with regard to people who classify themselves Negro, black, colored, Indians, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, and poor whites. All these words are descriptive chattel brands coined by Europeans as substitute pedigree parentage names and were forced as appellations on the indigenous peoples of the Americas and their own discards. All these words, blacks, Indians, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, poor whites, African Canadian, African American, African, black Egyptian, ancient gods of whatever, Hebrew Israelite, Rastafarian, black Muslim, anything that we call ourselves other than Moors is a descriptive chattel brand. All people bearing these labels, are referred to as it. All people bearing these brands, are referred to as it. It. All people. Once you are classified by these brands, you are known to anybody who accepts your position as far as these classifications. You're known to them as it. That's what they know you as, it. Call yourself black, you're it. Puerto Rican, you're it. Latino, you're it. Indian, tribe, you're it. African, African American, African Canadian, West Indian, Caribbean, it. One common thread is evident. One common thread with all these names that our people call themselves. One common thread is evident with all these names. No nationality equals no rights and no human value. This is a fact. This is not our Moorish perspective. Well, you don't think it's a fact? Why don't you ask all those black people who, don't forget, when they get shot up and they put it on the news, newspaper or whatever, they tell you black guy, black man, black this, white officer, black this guy shot up, black guy choked out on the corner, black guy was doing nothing, just standing there and police just bothered him for no reason. Whatever it is, whatever happens, once you're classified as these labels, you have no human value. And the proof is evident. By the people who are classified, go check the newspapers. Just Google black guy shot. And then write down all those names. And when you write down all those names, I bet you that they were treated like they had no human value. And then people are, well, Mansur Barbey, he got shot, he was a Moor. Yeah, but they never called him black in the media. Police were very forthcoming with regard to information regarding his murder. Detectives were on the scene with the lawyers that his family hired, and they walked through the house or whatever, and even the detectives were like, this is messed up. But you know, it doesn't matter, Moors, you know, whatever they call you, it doesn't matter. They're going to, you know, violate you. Doesn't matter what you call yourself. Or it matters what you call yourself. You keep thinking that it doesn't matter what you call yourself, you're probably going to be next. And that's a promise. Because these people aren't playing out here. Look at the brother that they said in the so-called car with the sister. He didn't even have no charges. He never got arrested ever in his life. They're talking about, now, again, if, because, you know what I mean? You got crisis actors, ain't nobody got shot and all that stuff, ain't nobody was crying in the back, ain't no police getting off of pay and all that stuff. All that stuff is illusion. Because, you know, if the shooting's not real, then everybody's acting. From the news people to the paramedics, so-called police, whoever else. One common thread is evident. No nationality equals no rights and no human value. Are any of the states assigned black leaders speaking of educating their people in recourse, redress, and remedy or sovereignty? We'll ask that question again. Maybe you might want to ask your black leaders this question, just to hear what they tell you. I mean, if you got this information, you can approach any black leader and challenge them on what they've been doing for the past 80 years. Just with this little information, what is it? 23 minutes in. Right? 23 minutes in, you can go to any black leader and bring these things up. And then you ask yourself, after you talk to them and they fill your ears with BS, are any of the states assigned black leaders speaking of education their people in recourse, redress, remedy, or sovereignty? No, they're not, because they're sellouts and they don't care about their own people. All they care about is their yellow envelope. That's why they're going to have nationality cards and be parading around the place telling people that they're black. That's why they're going to have nationality cards and, you know, placate Moors talking about Noble Drew Ali, but they won't tell the people that they should proclaim their nationality if they want any type of recourse, remedy, or anything else. So you can understand how they're playing you. Let's just... Descriptive introduction of the silent weapon. Right? The silent weapon. Which is the weapon that they've been using against our people, that our people can't figure out, damn, how come they keep getting at us and we can't get at them? How come our bullets don't reach them? How come they always have 1 or 2 or 7 or 8 up on us? But our people are going to agree that they're the caveman, they don't know nothing, they smell like animal and they whatever like that, and they're going to talk all this shit about other people, but they would never direct that to themselves. Never direct that to themselves. And you know, just so you know, it's been about maybe 7 times that this Ustream shut down, and then I had to, you know, put it back on again. Right? Because again, these people know that the only people with info that's going to change anything out here is Moors. Everybody else playing their people. Everybody else. Not some, anybody. If they're not Moorish American, if they're not Moors, if they don't have a nationality, they're playing their people. It's on to our brother in Ghana, Brother Muhammad, who came out and told these people that, yeah, you people that have the hat like this and then you have the rope on it, in Ghana we see you as extremely distinguished individuals. If you don't have the rope, you're nobody. But if you have the rope on the fez, you're extremely special in Ghana. And we know Moors who were there and they got treated extremely special. They get treated like niggers who go over there. It's like, you don't belong here. What are you doing over here? And talking to them like they're not brothers. Because the world knows that anybody who classifies themselves as black is a savage, and they do not want them around. And the only thing that they can do with these savages is put out a new shoe, have these guys line up around the building to buy it, put out some new flavor of blunt these guys are gonna go buy. Have some guy come out with, you know, tight shirt, skinny jeans and stuff like that, lipstick, nose holes pierced, ears pierced, tongue pierced, lip pierced, neck pierced, eyelids pierced, kissing some other guy, and that's their favorite rapper. And we don't think that our people are savages. Really? Okay, you stay there with them, savages. We're gonna be over here, just like all the rest of the civilized people in the world that realize these people are savages. That they're gonna go march up and down, stop people from, people who never did them anything. They're gonna stop their progress of the day, blocking highways and all this stuff. They're gonna do like all these different St. Louis, LA riot, go burn down their own community like some jackasses. But police station sitting right there, unscathed. Oh, of course they're gonna jump on that dummy car that they put on the street for the dummies to go jump on, to feel like, yeah, they're doing something against the police because they're stomping on a car that doesn't have an engine in it. Jackasses. Descriptive introduction of the silent weapon. Everything that is expected from an ordinary weapon is expected from a silent weapon, but its creators. Everything that is expected from an ordinary weapon is expected from a silent weapon by its creators, but only in its own manner of functioning. It shoots situations instead of bullets. Just think back to all the situations involving our people and these highwaymen that people keep calling police officers. When they are not police officers, they are policy enforcers, they are highwaymen. A highwayman is a bandit that stays by the road waiting for people to pass and then he robs them.